Hi, guys. Welcome to Just Common Sense. My name's Brian Harrison. Hey, guys, just want to reach out to you. There's a lot going on right now. I haven't done a podcast in a while. Stepped away for a while. Need to give myself a break. Just pull away from it. Watch everybody over time what's been going on. I've watched a lot of social media sites, our social media, I should say. A lot of podcasters out there saying different things. Tonight, I do want to talk about North Carolina, what's going on here with Charlotte and now Raleigh, and obviously Apex just announced a little bit of something out there, the mayor of Apex. But I do want to talk about this and what's going on. Now, first of all, I want to talk about podcasters, a few of them out there. There's quite a few out there that are feeding a lot of negativity out there. They're attacking Trump. They're attacking ICE. They're doing things like that. My opinion on ICE is a lot of them are good. Most of them are. Just like most of your law enforcement are very good. I definitely follow our law enforcement. I love our law enforcement. I love everything they do. I mean, like anything, you might get one bad seed out of the crowd, okay? But the way they're making ICE sound is terrible. ICE is just doing their job. They're getting illegals out of here. That's all they're doing, especially the bad ones. And one thing. We've heard about things on the news out there. I heard about this. I think it was in Chicago about 4 days ago. I heard this. That in Chicago there was a girl running, and I'm hoping I'm right on this on Chicago. It could have been another city, but she was running in a park, and some guy jumps out, grabs her, and starts attacking her with a hammer. Well, she fought him off and got away. However, they did catch him. Found out he definitely was here illegally. He had a record. He's already been captured and released several times. Well, if you're illegal, why would you be released? Well, again, it's Chicago. It's still have these blue states out there that are really the problem, a lot of them. So we've seen that. And some of the cities as well, because some of the states are actually red states, and there's some cities where you have certain judges that are focused on releasing them, not doing their job, and just keeping them in jail for things that they've done really bad. But again, that can happen. But I want to go into this stuff with ICE. Guys, I'm seeing social media sites and these podcasters out there attacking ICE, first of all. They were originally telling you where ICE was. There was an app out there that they finally pulled down. Should have done that, never had that out there. And there's no reason. ICE is out there just going after these very bad illegals and grabbing them and arresting them. They're trying to make the country safe again. They really are. I had a podcast about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5, when I got into podcasting some. I talked about the illegals. I had Jerry on the phone, I believe, with me that night. We were doing a podcast together here. And I spoke about the illegals, that the way I felt about things. Obviously, I felt the bad ones needed to go. I felt that the ones that have been here for many, many years with children and everything else should, as long as they haven't committed any crime, should stay. This is what I said a couple years back. And I said that there should have been a place in each state where they can become legal. And I did say it was a year. It should have been a lot less than that. But to where they can go over there and register to become legal. If they don't do it within a period of time, they get kicked out of the country. But to ensure them they're not going to go to prison if they do that. Now, I also said, though, that they need to be penalized because they came in here illegally. They broke the law. And by breaking the law, you need to be punished. So I said that on their taxes, they should be paying taxes, and they should be, within 5 years, they should be taking money out of their taxes. Well, I know what's going to happen right now. I'm going to have a lot of people saying, yeah, but they don't make a lot of money with the kind of jobs they do. True. But they still came in illegally. But the kind of jobs they do, How many people are homeless out there? Not the ones that we're talking about that are mentally homeless. There's a lot of people out there that are mental and have problems that can't keep a job and things like that. I mean, we understand that. But there are a lot of homeless out there that need jobs. They should be taking any job. Those are the jobs they should be taking. That will help get them off the street. That would be a good thing, right? It would also help crime drop a little bit more too. Now, we do see a lot of people that are out there saying they're homeless, and they're not. I remember about 5 years ago, I was watching this guy out in the street, and he was collecting money from cars driving by, acting like, oh, I'm homeless. And all of a sudden, I see him. I was getting lunch that day. I remember this. Running over to a car. His wife pulled up. Very nice car. Very nice car. I really want to say it was, I can't remember. It might have been BMW. It was something like that. He handed her a whole lot of money. No taxes. Didn't pay taxes on that, did he? Yeah. Not homeless after all. So that's the problem. I even drive down the road and I see people that are out there on the streets asking for money. It bothers me because I don't know who to give it to and who not to give it to help out. If there is somebody truly homeless, I won't give them money, but I usually would buy them food, things like that. No money because a lot of them could have drug problems, drinking problems. All you're doing is supplying money. You're supplying that habit towards that. That's why I said never give them money. Give them food. That's what they really need. Blankets, food, things like that if they're truly homeless. And you'll be surprised how many do take it and how many won't take it. Oh, no, I'm fine. I don't need that. They're not homeless then. Now, going back to ICE, so I've been watching these podcasters out there posting stuff negative. And it's bad. And what they're doing is, I've seen videos out there, but they're not showing the whole video. They're taking a portion of that video, making people look bad. And people are so focused on these social media sites right now, they're going, that must be true. You need to look into the whole thing. You need to watch the whole video, find it out there, see what's truly going on. There are a lot of them out there, especially some of them we know that are out there constantly that I go after quite a bit on these social media sites. And I ask them to constantly have a debate with me, but they won't because they can't have a debate with me. They know they'll lose. I'm one. I have no scripts in front of me. I can come out like that and have a debate with you. Am I always right? No, I'm not always right 100%. Nobody is. But these people are out there because what they're doing is they're getting money on those podcasts. All the negativity going on, a lot of people feed on that for some reason instead of positive stuff. See it all the time. And that's where they're making their money, these podcasters. They truly are. It's got to stop. They're not helping the American people. They're actually hurting people by telling people ICE is bad. Now, let's go into something that our governor said, Josh Stein. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I was watching a couple of his videos come out. He was talking about ICE in Charlotte. He was talking about ICE that went after somebody. I believe this is the whole story. I think it was in Charlotte he was talking about. That ICE went after somebody who was working on some Christmas decorations. And they only went after him based on his skin color. It's not the way to handle it. Not at all. You're a public servant. You're nothing more. Your job is to protect the American people, or the North Carolina people, North Carolinians, I should say, and that's your job. Now, what you should have said is, ICE is here. Don't worry, guys. They're not coming after you, but they're going after people that are here illegally, the bad ones especially, that are committing crimes. We need to get them off the street. That's the way it should have been handled. He should be focusing on those words. The way they say it sometimes, the way it comes out, I'm not saying it's intentional, but sometimes it is. It's more of a scare tactic. It scares people. It does. I've heard that people aren't going to work in hotel services. I heard that on the news earlier today, that they're scared, and other places like that. You shouldn't be scared. Shouldn't be. But if they're staying away from work, are they here illegally? There's no reason to be scared otherwise, right? Anyway, I saw something post up from the mayor of Apex too, that he posted, we're going to monitor the situation and keep you updated in the community of Apex. So I just wanted to mention that. He talks about ICE. So, I didn't get into reading the whole thing, but again, this is just stuff that it needs to be worded right. And I agree. It does need to be worded right. I would be out there saying, yes, ICE may be around. Don't worry about them. They're not going to attack you or do anything like that. What they're doing is they're getting the bad guys off the street. That's all they're here for. They're assisting us. Because you know what ICE is? Law enforcement. Do you know why they wear a mask? That's the other thing I'm hearing. They should be not wearing masks. Well, they wear a mask to protect their identity. Do you know how many these gang members are out there that would love to get a hold of them and their families? Those are the bad guys. That is why they wear a mask. That's it. And these politicians in D.C. who are trying to say they shouldn't be wearing masks, shame on you. Shame on you. You're a public servant and nothing more. You come in this world with nothing, you go out with nothing. You answer to the people of this country, the state, and you answer to God. That's it. I talk about politicians. I know a lot of them. Both sides. Don't always agree with them all on both sides. Or sometimes I disagree even on the Republican side with some of them. I'm not perfect either. I'm not always right on the stuff I say. But we need to try to get along on all this stuff. We need to try to work through things. It's getting crazy the way the world's getting, and social media is a big part of it. It's not helping. But with a politician, I've spoken to quite a few of them, and they come up with answers that they're not answering. There's only 3 answers. Yes, no, I don't know, and let me find out for you. 3 answers. There's nothing more. Quit trying to avoid the question by my keyword is snaking around it to try not to answer that. And we see it a lot. We see it a lot. Needs to stop. I've gotten in a few debates with some politicians. They can't answer it. Oh, they get mad at me as hell. They do. Get very mad at me. Some of them don't even talk to me right now because of it. You know what? I don't care. And I remind them that they're nothing but public servants, and they don't like that either. I've said this about DC too. I've also said that there should be, obviously, term limits Guys, we all know that. Is it going to happen? Probably not, because they're the ones that need to vote this in. That should be a vote out there for the American people to make that decision. But there's not. And it would help a lot of problems, obviously, with people with aging. There's people in D.C. right now that shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be at all because they're not coherent. I've seen them. A lot of people talk about Joe Biden. Yeah, I saw it. There were a lot of problems going on with him. Guy's got cancer right now. You know what? That's sad. I may not like his politics. I may think he's done some things wrong. He may have done some illegal things. But again, as a Christian and a human being, I don't want to see anybody suffer. I don't. I see a lot of stuff against Charlie Kirk right now. Still, going after his wife. Guys, shame on you. You're disgusting for saying it. You need to look in a mirror and see where the real problem is. It's not him. It's not his wife. It is you that's the problem. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. But things have changed so much, and people are getting bitter against everybody else on both sides. It's gotten ridiculous. Grow up. Grow up. Now, I am a conservative, and I do represent the Republicans. I mean, I lean with Republicans all the time. That's where I'm at. Don't agree with them all on everything, but that's normal. But again, going back to the Democrats, yeah, I see a lot of bad things going on with the Democrats. I can name it all day long. But I feel a lot of Democrats are closed. They're focused on this. They're almost, sorry about that. They're almost blinded, like they got blinders on. They can only see so far. I know a lot of you don't like me. I just said that, but I can prove it all day long. That's why I ask these Democrat podcasters to debate with me, and they won't. Because they're making money off the negative stuff. That's a big part of it. But anyway, that's where I wanted to get in with ICE. And guys, if you see them on the street, thank them. Hey, thanks for cleaning up our streets. Thanks for everything you guys are doing out there right now. I appreciate everything you do. That's what you need to do. They're law enforcement. I support our law enforcement. I support ICE. I support our military. I support everybody out there. I even would say I would support our governor if he did the right job here. Is he perfect? No one's perfect. But I don't know. I'm just going to say that. I will say this, though. I did not like Cooper at all. Well, now, he's running for Senate. Well, that's a whole different story we're going to talk about very soon down the road. Very soon. I'll be talking about him probably quite a bit in December. But again, that's another story. I also want to bring up these. We're going to talk about this in another podcast. I may have Jerry or somebody on the line with me that night when I do it. I want to talk about, obviously, the Epstein files. I do want to mention that I am going to say some stuff about that. I will say a few things real quick. Democrats are going crazy all over the social media sites the last couple of weeks going, why aren't we releasing the Epstein files? Why didn't you release the Epstein files when Biden was in office? Can you answer that? It's a simple question. They avoid that question now. You ask them. Oh, now they try to get around it. I just laugh at them. It's ridiculous. Trump doesn't want to release it because he was in it. He had all kinds of problems. No, he did not. He just said release them last night. I will say one thing about Trump, though. I don't agree with him on everything. I like him. I like his policies. I didn't like what him and Marjorie Taylor Greene got into. That was ridiculous. Marjorie Taylor Greene, my understanding, she came back and apologized about some stuff, and she supported him. Trump should be apologizing on that one as well. He should. But that's another story in itself. That's something we'll be talking about on the next podcast. They just released, I guess, the Democrats. I'm reading it right now. The Democrats. I'm sorry. The Senate and the House, they're just releasing everything. It's going to Trump's desk, President Trump's desk, to sign to release the Epstein files. Now, I will say this. I know I'm talking a little bit more about it right now, but I think the purpose of holding the Epstein files, my understanding is there's a couple theories out there. I heard they were going to possibly charge some people, and they just wanted to keep certain things out of it, not where the public can see it. I can understand that, but that's one thing I heard. I don't know how true that is, guys. I really don't. But again, it's being released. Let them be released. That's my opinion. Let's find out the truth. Now, if Trump's not involved in anything, which I don't think he is, what are the Democrats going to do next? What's next? They're getting, I think, everything they want there. Who else is going to be involved in that? Because we know, obviously, Epstein was involved. He was a Democrat. He was involved with a lot of Democrats. They were flying on his planes. They were at his island. There was so much going on. Are we going to see that? I hope as well. We'll find out who were the bad people here. I already have my suspicions on who, but we'll be talking about that later. All right, guys, just want to thank you for everything you do out there as far as our law enforcement, ICE. I want to thank you guys for everything you're doing. I do want to thank our politicians as well, even the ones that aren't doing their job right. Do your job right, then you'll be thanked the right way. Thank you, then, if you're doing your job right. Also do want to thank our military for everything you guys do. I want to thank our first responders as well. And guys, just thank everybody out there in law enforcement. Thank everybody out there in the military. If you see them in restaurants, buy them food. Buy them a sandwich. Whatever it takes, just thank them. That's all you need to do. That's all I've got to say tonight. And you know what? I'm just going to say, God bless you. God bless everyone out there. And God bless America. Thank you for listening and have a great, great night. Take care.